Yo guys, welcome back to this week's Letter Listen. I got a banger for you today. Before we get into that, I've got myself a peach pear LaCroix, the sparkling water for some ASMR up in this. Oh, properly opened and absolutely to be consumed. I know this is cliche, but I just fucking love sparkling water. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the video. I'm stoked to have you here with me, and I'm super passionate about this topic, much like all the things I talk about, but this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. So, after a very long time of playing with the idea of personal growth, what I came to a realization of is that there's three main aspects in my life that are foundational. They are the pillars of my existence, and if I keep them all in balance, then coincidentally I feel really, really good. And those three pillars are physical, mental, and spiritual health. Physical being your body, nutrition, all things related to your human body. Mental being your mental health, the way that you see the world, your upbringing, your parents, all the conditioning that you've had that makes your mind operate in the way that it does. And then spiritual health, which is your lens on how you view the world, your relationship to God, to Jah, to the Most High, to the Great Spirit, to whatever name you want to assign it to, consciousness itself, whatever your preferred word is. Creating a relationship with all three of those pillars, you got physical, mental, and spiritual, to come together to form contentment. I laugh because the contentment is my brand, and that word to me means just so much. I fucking love the contentment. I love contentment. That is what I'm trying to do with my life, and it seems to be working. So, pretty stoked about that. Whenever I feel disconnected from reality, and whenever I'm going through a really hard time, usually, in every single time, in every single moment where I felt like that, there's always been one of the pillars that have completely shut down, that I've completely neglected. There's always one pillar or two or all three, which adds to the reason why I'm feeling like garbage. And the solution to my feeling like absolute shit every time was to actively participate in all three of these pillars every single day. Now, obviously there's so much content and so much information in each of the pillars, so it's kind of like where to start. I believe that the starting point is the physical pillar. I recently watched the documentary called Stutz, which is by Jonah Hill and Phil Stutz, who's a therapist, Jonah Hill's therapist. And Phil proceeded to say in this documentary that in literally all of his clients, the first thing that he gets them to do is to look after their physical health. He says 85% of somebody's whole issues are usually caused from the neglection of their physical health. Now, so often we've got these dreams, ambitions, goals, and places that we're trying to get to, but put those all to the side. Focus on your physical health first. What you're eating, what you're doing with your body, all of the physical aspects, and then the other things start to outline themselves without you having to even try, because you're changing your brain's chemistry. You're feeding it better information, better movement, releasing different chemicals in your brain, which is why you start to feel better and start to feel different. It's not just fucking my hunter's perspective on movement, like move your body because it's good for you. No shit, but it's actually changing your brain's chemistry, and that's why it's actually prescribed and actually effective. It's not just woo-woo, move your body. It's the Ido Portal quote, if you have a body, you must move. You don't have a choice. Your body runs on chemistry, and if you don't move it, then you're depriving it of the key components to the chemistry. You can't cook a good batch of meth if you don't have all the stuff. Similar shit. I say that because I've been watching Breaking Bad over the last 6 months or something like that. And what's cool about this concept is you focus on the pillar 1, the physical side of things. Once you start walking down the physical path and you start looking after your body and your chemistry and your brain starts to change, you're opening the door to then walk into the mental and the spiritual pillars. You're gaining access to the new way of moving through the world, which is incorporating all 3 of those essential pillars. One of my favorite quotes of all time by Rumi, and this has rung so true in my life every single time that I've started making progress and started just doing what I believe I should be doing. And the quote is by Rumi: "As you start to walk the way appears." Marinate on that for a moment. As you start to walk the way appears. You don't have to know where you're going. You don't have to know everything. All you have to do is to start your journey, whatever that may look like. And tying it into the context of this video, that is looking after your physical health, taking care of what you can control, your exercise, your nutrition, what you're doing, and watching everything unfold, watching the path appear in front of you once you start to truly look after yourself. Another fucking great quote by Jordan Peterson is, "Treat yourself like you're someone that you're responsible for looking after." It's so beautiful. In relationship to the Rumi quote, the path appears, the path being contentment. Once you start the physical path, then you start the mental and spiritual path at the same time. They are all interconnected. But if you commit to the physical, you open the doors to be able to tap into the mental and physical pillars. So the focus of this letter, I'm going to make this a 3-part series, but the focus of this letter is about the physical realm, the physical pillar. And this could be confused, don't get me wrong, they all have equal parts to play, but it seems that through therapists' real world experience, based off their clients' response, the physical pillar, the physical realm is the place to start your healing journey. So again, don't get me wrong, they're equally all important, but if you are being dragged through fucking hell, then start off with looking after your body. Start off with tapping into movement, tapping into nutrition, tapping into hydration. Start there. 85% of what will move you forward to create your dream life is looking after your physical. Once you can knock that out, then everything else unfolds. So let's get practical. When you move your body, you get endorphins, your brain releases chemicals and you start to feel good. That's going to create a feedback loop to then make you want to pursue other things. And then it also means that eating better is easier, making the right decisions become easier because your brain chemistry is changing in a way that makes the tasks that you know that are good for you more favorable. So you just have to send it, bruh. So again, to tie it back to practicality, there, in my opinion, are fundamental movement patterns that our human bodies are meant to go through based off our evolution. And if you're not putting your body through those fundamental movement patterns, then you're limiting the way in which your brain releases chemicals. Now, this is my opinion, but this is my opinion based off my experience. So what I've done, guys, is I've put together the Movement Fundamentals program. Keeping in mind, just have to shamelessly say I'm a fully qualified personal trainer here in New Zealand. I've been working in the industry for over 5 years. I know a thing or two about personal training, about the body, and about exercise. It's not only something that I get paid to do, but it's something that I'm extremely passionate about. It's part of my life's work. I fucking love it. So I'm not just talking shit here. I'm genuinely trying to share what can change your life if you allow it to. So check out the Movement Fundamentals program. It's on my website. There'll be a link in this video. Now, this program is donation based. So if you can't afford it and you feel like that's a limiting factor as to why you would buy this program, don't buy it. Message me. Just pay nothing. You can set the price on my website, a donation price. You can pay 1 cent, you can pay $20, you can pay 50, you can pay 100. It's a donation based, or in New Zealand we say koha based. You pay what you think it's worth. Whatever you think it's worth, you can pay. You can have it for free. You can message me and I can give you access to the program. Don't be afraid to ask, and don't let money stop you from moving your body and doing the things that you want to do. Money doesn't have to be an object here. I'm lucky enough where it doesn't matter if I make money off this or not. I'm just trying to fucking help. So please don't hold back. Don't be embarrassed to ask. Just ask. So with that being said, guys, if you want to know more, then peruse through the rest of my content. Maybe do a yoga class. Tap in with your body. Feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to personalize some programs or do some online PT or in-person PT with you. I'm here to help, and the Movement Fundamentals program is an amazing place to start. I'm extremely stoked with this program, so if you feel like picking that up, message me or jump on my website, give it a look through. And guys, let's start respecting our body. Let's start unlocking contentment through these 3 pillars, with the door opener being physical, being movement, being nutrition, being looking after this body, which is so fucking amazing that it carries you round in your experience. It's like in a video game, it's your character. It takes you through all the missions. It helps you do all this cool shit in your life. So you may as well get the most out of it. And you don't know how good it can feel because you've never gone all in respecting it and doing everything for it to help it perform in the way that it can. Sorry, I'm just so passionate about this because I fucking hated my life. I changed heaps of shit and now I love my life. And this is one of the critical places in which I did change it. And now I feel incredible. So I honestly just encourage you so much to respect your body, because all of a sudden your brain chemistry changes. You feel better, you feel more excited, you feel more enthusiastic about life, and you fucking just want to get after it, whatever it is in your life. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to check out my website for all of my other information, and check out the podcast and my YouTube channel for any other content. Come and DM me on Instagram, say what's good. I'm always keen to reach out to people that have anything to say about my content, whether they want to give props, whether they want to give constructive criticism, whether they want to tell me I'm full of shit, whatever it is. I love connecting with people. So thank you guys for tuning in. Here to get every last drop from this life for the fucking contentment, baby. Knock these 3 pillars out. Start with the physical and let's go. I know I'm super serious all the time, but I spend so much of my time just taking the piss and having fun, and I hope that you can have a little bit of a mashup of what my true personality is actually like. With that being said, guys, for the dream. Love ya. Appreciate the support.